cluttering, because we just passed a bill that set up certain sections in the bylaw, not in the bylaws, in the SBA code, for policies like this that are supposed to take effect over a long period of time. We pay this fee for the next 20 years, and so we don't want, it would be much more cluttersome, I think, to pass a bill every single year, restating our position on this. It's not a long article, it'll fit in there just fine. It'll, in fact, be the first one under student services, I think. So, is that right?
I can't. Senator Sparza?
Yeah.
I withdraw. Senator Womack?
Hi, Mark Womack. I also oppose charging fees to organizations. However, with space being a limited commodity and lots of organizations wanting the space, how is it fair that an organization can sign up for 10 hours of room space and not pay a dime?
I'm glad you asked that, Senator Womack, because there's a line in here, exceptions to this act. This act shall not be construed to impose reasonable restrictions on the amount or duration of room reservations, so long as those restrictions help to preserve equitable access to emergency facilities for all student organizations.
Okay. Then I just have a question about wording.
Okay. Thank you. With that, I will send this to the Student Services Committee. Finally, last up on our agenda tonight, SB 6436, Dining Services Enhancement Bill. Begin your 5 minutes start.
Howdy, Ags.
Howdy.
First off, great caps for Senator Shook. This is her first bill. Okay, this bill in itself is a monstrous bill. There are a lot of problems with it. We have not finished this bill. We haven't gone and talked to student organizations yet to get their feedback. We want this to be an open discussion. We want more dining options for both on and off campus. I know we have the mandatory meal plan now that's going to go into effect in fall of 2012. However, there's one thing that was left off that I did not know, that the $1,200 meal plan does not include tax, which to me is not okay. Off-campus students could bring more money to the university when the MSC opens in the spring. So I would like to have the Aggie Bucks come back. I still have $247 worth of Aggie Bucks that I did not use. I would love to use those. We have concerns about the closing of the Commons. Is Dining Services going to provide portable options for students so they can have options in that area while construction is going on? Rural students get their food on the south side at that time. There's a possibility that underground is going to be closed for construction and modifications. So what's going to happen with Sabine during that time? This bill is not done. There are several errors on it right now, and we got some classifications that need to be carried out, and we have some discussions to do with David Riddle. And we're also been invited to the University Dining Consulting Review session next Thursday. Both Natalie and I both have. We plan to go to that and give our comments for it.
Yeah, we want to be able to take this bill to committee and be able to have Riddle give his 2 cents about it. And we also want to put together a petition and an SLS survey to be able to get all the students' opinions. And we want to see this many problems into investment at once and just get this done.
Okay, thank you. With that, 2 minutes question and answer, starting with Senator Matrix.
Yes, I noticed that there is a lot into this bill, and I think there are a lot of issues trying to be addressed at once. In your opinion, can they be split up?
Well, pretty much are personal preference issues. I know there's a wording in there that's really kind of vague. It's not really detailed as it should be. That's what committee is going to be for. We're going to streamline. I know Thompson Nutt's really looking forward to this bill having in his committee. So that's what that's going to be for. I really want to make it known that we're not trying to paint Dining Services with a load of red paint. Dave Riddle's done a great job so far. He revamped catering. That's why we have all the food outside, which is awesome. So we really think we can still work with him to pull all this off. And even if it is in one bill, he'll be dealing with all the rotten eggs in one basket.
Okay, Chair Harris.
Yeah, I was just wondering, what was the reason behind getting the Regents and the Chancellor?
I feel the more feedback we get, it doesn't matter from what level we get, especially the core, the MSC, which is going to be opening in April, even the higher ups that come here and visit our university, and when they experience the Aggie experience, why not have that feedback as well?
Okay, Senator Natiger, sorry.
Have you spoken to David Riddle about it? I know you said you're going to go to the dining services meeting with this, but have you spoken about the feasibility of doing all this? Because I know that a lot of the things he's doing has to do with getting the dining services out of the red and keeping them in the black, so, and this would cost a lot of money.
He's been sent the bill, and he's also gonna be coming to the SSC next Wednesday, so that'll be our first opportunity to speak with him.
Okay.
Okay, Senator Murad?
Senator Murad, all favors, well, do you know what the original meaning behind adding the meaning?
10 seconds.
When the MSC closed, that's pretty much, that's the only correlation I know of why I went
Okay.
down with it.
Okay, with that closes our time for question and answer. If you have further questions, please present to the bill officer. I'm sending this to the Student Services Committee, of course. Before we go into open session, I want to explain one little thing. We found the phantom bill. It did exist. Took some work, crossed Senator Massoud. So with that was 6425. The reason we have 2527 is because the ghost bill was 25. We passed 26. So I put it in 25. So I'm now renumbering what is on your agenda as 25 down as 37. So the ghost bill will regain its place as an SB 425. Just to explain it. Yeah. Now we're in open session. The motion has been made. Savone?
Mr. Speaker, I have a dilemma like
Okay, and has it been sent to us?
Yes.
Okay, it's been sent to us. Can you give a one or two sentence summary of the bill so we can vote on it?
Basically, this is something I want to see get to committee pretty fast so we can start talking about it, and it's special elections and fill Senate vacancies.
Special elections to fill Senate vacancies. Okay, all in favor of hearing this bill in open session, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Being chair, the ayes, you have that. You have, we're still 2 minutes, so you have 2 minutes starting. Okay, Howdy.
Okay, so really quickly, what this says is it scraps the vacancy process completely, and all Senate vacancies are now filled in special elections. This would not affect anything until next spring. Fall vacancies would be filled during the fall freshman elections, and we would have elections for each spot. Then we would have a second election close to Thanksgiving break, but not quite. And that would fill the later spots in the fall. During the spring, what would happen is instead of having a new election, the senators who were elected in the spring to fill the new session